It's okay. Just waiting for it to go live. We are live! Woo! Good evening. Welcome to Nez Studios. God bless the stream, everyone who watches, lurks, and catches that replay. Jesus loves you, so do I. It's Art and Truth Chat, and it's just me and Jen, and Rod Legendary is here. But he's here with me and not up on panel in his own little thing, so. But hello to Dr. E. Vales. Thank you for coming by early. And hello to my beautiful guest, Starling Swallow. Hey, Jen, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Oh my gosh, it's been a good day.
Good, good. Diana feels much, much better.
Good. So glad.
That's good. Yes, yes. She had a good appetite for me today. I'm going to be doing some artwork pertaining to A Christmas Carol that we're going to be doing a dramatic reading of at Scully's House of Thrillers. Me and Scully did it last year, and we've got a few more people, including Jenn and Cripps, to join in and read some of the parts. Okie Growers involved and a few other people. Should be a good time.
Wonderful.
And the rehearsals are open for people to come and watch. Our next rehearsal is Tuesday. So
Tuesday.
Keep an eye on Scully's. I think it's going to be at like, I don't know if it's 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night Eastern. I'll have to look it up. But yes, I can't wait to hear Jen be Mrs. Cratchit and the other roles that she will be playing. It's going to be fun.
I'm guessing we need to do a British accent. Is that expected?
Nobody's being a stickler for accents here. Whatever you're comfortable with. In fact, the lady who's reading the part of the Ghost of Christmas the Ghost of Christmas Past, she's decided to do a Transylvanian Romanian kind of thing, and that kind of works. So, cool. Exactly. She is the Ghost of Christmas Past, kind of like a gypsy. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I was cracking up. Well, Super Dave, hello, Super Dave. How you doing? Good to see you, honey. Sorry I haven't been around much, Super Dave. I'd not been feeling very well, and I popped in on you last minute the other day. Sorry I didn't make it earlier. But you know me, Dave. I will make up for it. I'll be by. Rod Legendary is my daughter's daddy, baby daddy. He's joining us tonight. And there's any number of things we can talk about. We can talk about cryptids. We can talk about the World Economic Forum. We can talk about chemtrails. We can talk about CERN. Wherever the wind blows us tonight is where we'll go. Talk about, whatever we want to talk about. Celestial Seeker. Well, hello, Maria. Good to see you, my dear. We're listening to a little bit of Derby Jack, Blues Sonata. Just chill out with us and enjoy. If you have questions or comments about whatever we're talking about, feel free to put them in the chat. And we're not here to, push a certain point of view. We're just adults talking and having a conversation, Everybody is allowed to believe whatever they want to believe, and we certainly invite people to do their own research. Don't take our word for it. Please, by all means, look things up for your own self. Oh, Super Dave says hi, Rob. You got the chat up? Okay, good.
I said hello.
Yeah, that's Diana's dad, Super Dave.
How you doing?
Hello, Debbie S. Welcome, welcome. Bienvenidos a Nez Studios. So, Jen, I asked her what she was doing. Have you thought of anything yet? You're still looking for ideas?
I'm thinking of doing something Christmassy.
Oh, good. Well, so am I. I'm doing Jacob Marley.
Christmassy. I love it.
And I'm using the Jacob Marley played by Sir Alec Guinness from the 1970 film Scrooge with Albert Finney. I really enjoy his portrayal, and I think, you know what? Let's let that be one of the pieces of artwork pertaining to A Christmas Carol that I will be doing and showcasing, and I will be giving one of those away during the performance at Scully's of A Christmas Carol. So if you want in on that, you want a chance for a drawing, you got to stay for the whole show and be there when the show ends to enter that drawing to win the artwork piece of your choice. I'll have a few for people to choose from, all pertaining to A Christmas Carol. Well, Mimi, hello. That's right. Yes, do your research. That's right. People want to complain about, oh, I don't believe what you're saying. Well, then don't. Please go look it up for yourself. And when we say that, we mean take more than just what the mainstream has to say about it. I mean, look at the mainstream, certainly, but compare it to other sources as well. So, all right, Rod, you got anything in particular you want to talk about tonight? Rod is the founder, and I'm co-founder of our little research group, Legendary Ohio Research and Exploration.
Lore.
And we call it LORE, L-O-R-E. Yes, I came up with that particular abbreviation because it's very cool. And we were lore before the TV show and movie and all that.
Oh,
nonsense.
yes. Way before.
Just so you know. For legal reasons.
I have it notarized. I get pretty adamant. I see legendary people use it. I'm like, I'm getting close. I don't mean to be a jerk, but I work
Here, will you put that somewhere? I won't knock
Sure.
it over. Thank you so much. TWP Popcorn, what's poppin'? Welcome to the stream. We're going to do a little artwork and we're going to do a little chit chat about whatever kind of truth or chat we feel like talking about. We're going to let Rod Legendary decide where we want to start off at. And
Well, like I said earlier, I hadn't really, since I got kind of stuck in the, the position we're in now, I was expecting to have a guest on.
Oh,
that's
sorry
okay.
about that.
Things happen. Life happens.
It's kind of shooting from the hip, I guess. It didn't really bother me if people want to ask me personal questions, I suppose. But, so I was thinking about, some of the topics and things that's going on out there. I kind of personally, I watch a lot of channels. I don't know if people are aware. Whether I make a comment or not, I'll give a thumbs up. Even if I agree or disagree, I give everybody their thing. But I watch a lot of channels. It's what I do. I'm an investigator, and I watch strange things. But there are some channels that I've come to look up to, and then I'm hearing them still. It's like I said, I stick with biblical cosmology, and when I hear them going on and not, acknowledging the firmament, but they got everything else right. And that's the thing in this time and age. It says there'll be false prophets and deceivers and liars, and men are liars. I've said that in the stream before, and scientists are fools. But there's channels that I've looked up to for a long time. One of them, they called it the ozone there. And I went, okay, there's the trick. What is he, really a Mason who's paying? I'm thinking of down all those roads, who's paying him, or maybe he's just ignorant. All those questions. A couple of the other fellows I'd looked up to for a long time might as well get on Ancient Aliens and be spinning that same hoopla there. And there are such things, and that's what's funny. They, like I said before, they mix truth with fiction. And it's a big play on words, like a literal play on words that they use. So, anytime they say, well, that don't exist, or that's a myth, you can pretty much bet that's what they're hiding from you. And some people do freak out. I mean, you don't want to freak people out.
All right. Hello, Mike Smith. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you. And Mr. Nas, well, thank you so much. How are you, sir? Good to see you. Come on in. We're going to play a little Let Him In by none other than Illuminati, Sir Paul McCartney. Is it the real Paul? Is it the clone? We can talk about that too. I kind of think it is a clone. I don't know why, but I was resistant to that at first. But I kind of think maybe there might be something there. I don't know.
Remember when Scientology came out and you had Tom Cruise and who all on that? Those guys all look different for a minute. I mean, you drawn to both their faces, and they said, well, they went and had these surgeries. Okay, well, you can't perfectly reverse that, but it seemed like they had replacements or clones or some kind of retard aliens take their place for a minute while they went to visit wherever, do whatever, and then they come back and
we need more room.
Face looks normal again. So how the hell does that happen?
Way more room.
You can't get an operation on your face and then it's normal.
I'm so sorry, Sir Alec Guinness. I'm not giving you enough room or enough credit. Hello, Zombie Prepper. Thank you for coming. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. A little truth or chat, talking about this and that. Want to talk about the fake moon landing? We can go there. You want to talk about other continents beyond the Antarctic ice ring? We can talk about that. Want to talk about Admiral Byrd? We can go there. Want to talk about Nephilim, cryptids? You want to talk about Sasquatch, Dogman? You want to talk about ghosts and orbs? You want to talk about uh, the list goes on and on.
Oh yes.
You know, it's a spin and she's back. Okay, we're back yet. God only knows where we'll go, but we're gonna have fun. Let's have fun with our art. I invite all of you in blue. If you want to drop your links in the chat, you may certainly do that. And if you want to shout out any other good channels, especially channels that come in here that are good channels that don't have a blue wrench, and you want to help them out and put their link out there, well, that would be wonderful. Please and thank you. Also, before we get going, I do take prayer requests, and I'm very happy to pray for you in the name of Jesus. If you want to put your prayer request here in the chat, you can do that. You can put them in the comments, or you can email me. And if one of my lovely moderators would be so kind as to put my information from my description into the chat for my email and my PayPal, that would just be wonderful. Thank you so much. We all need prayer, don't we? We really, really do.
Yeah,
Rudy, welcome, welcome. Mr. Nas says, talk about how hilarious when Nesler gets in my stream and people thought it was Nas. Well, that's not the worst thing I've been called, Mr. Nas. Oh, what time is it now? I have a good time at your streams, Mr. Nas. Certainly I do. Okay, well, Rod, what's on your mind that you want to...
I don't know. It's pretty much open on the table.
Jen, anything in burn in your craw that you want to talk about? Go ahead. Hello, Big Tim. Good to see you. Hello, Johnny Small Pepper. Hi, Johnny. Throw your links up there if you're in blue. You're certainly welcome to. All right. Nothing particular on your heart to talk about tonight, Jen?
Well,
not particularly. I did want to say to Rod, he said something that really kind of made me perk up a little bit. I had never thought of the fact that some of these Hollywood starlets, and that when they get work done, that it could potentially be a clone. I just had never thought of that.
Right. Look at the Scientology people, for crying out loud, you know? Remember there was a time when none of those Scientology celebrities looked like the real thing? They all looked like not quite.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was a time when they was in that they didn't look like themselves, and they said, well, they had this surgery and that surgery. And then, a few years later, a year later, said there they are back to normal look. You don't get, no. When you cut flesh away and you don't get your face back the way it was before. There's, what the hell? I know they got things they can do, miraculous, but come on now. They didn't even act like themselves. They didn't say much. Hey,
Yeah, that was kind of a weird time, yeah.
And then where did some of these pop stars pop out of it? It seems like ever since the dreaded Mandela, it's like that was the reset where they popped the aliens in. And so there's all these weirdo people, and they like neon colors and lights and sing these weird songs that are all made up on these digital. Where the heck did all these people? I mean, I don't know, but they just seem to pop out of nowhere. Everybody talks about the Oliver Tree and Diane Word and Little Big, and you're going, where in the hell?
Yeah.
Are these because they sure like to call themselves alien and show all the Illuminati symbols, and they'll tell you, "Oh, I had to sell my soul for that horrible song." So they tell people all the time that they sell their soul and what's really going on.
Yes.
So people don't get that yet. I don't know what to tell you, but
Yeah, it's weird.
Very strange. And did they find? Is it true? Here's another thing, conspiratorial thing. They say they found the dreaded zombie disease in ice, and that it's.
Oh, I saw that. Anybody else see that? Yeah.
Going, okay, there's another fear. See, that's the thing. When things do start happening, you ain't gonna know what to believe. When
Right.
they're able to do what they're able to do with CGI and the interactive, what do they call it, with the contact lenses? We work in with the green screen along with everything else. You don't know. I mean, you can go out with an app. Like I said, paranormal, I said before, and a lot of people will do this where it looks like something opens the door. Well, they got an app where you can remove a person from a video or a picture and open doors and make it look like the place is haunted, but it's really just that app. And then there's the real thing. There's people that have the real, genuine thing. And again, if you want to play with demons, then that's your thing. But yeah, you just don't know what to believe anymore. That's the way they like it. They like it to stay nice and scared, confused, and we'll throw people out there that, like I said, I had a few guys I looked up to for a long time. And once I got the broad picture of everything and I heard them utter the words they did, I went, no, if they were truly awake and telling the truth, they wouldn't be spinning. What we've already gone over and know is not a fact. They wouldn't still be selling that to you. So, like I said, false prophets, misleaders. What's really going on is, no one knows. That's just it. None of us know. We're trying to figure it out, but there's been no said guy come forward and go, this is it, man. This right here it is, and there's all your answers. It's not going to happen. And others have talked about this. There's nobody going to be able to do that. But these things will start to appear. God, like when it talked about how the dead would rise from the oceans and waters, and I'm thinking before, how is that? Things have rotted and been eaten away, and how in the heck is that how are they going to come back? Well, if the waters dry up, then you're left with the bones and the shipwrecks and the cities that were under the water. That's how it could reveal itself. So that, right there.
Hello, Father to Goldador. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Again, if you're in blue and you want to drop your link in the chat, or you want to tell everybody about your latest upload, or you want to share a link with somebody else who can't do it for themselves here in the chat, then please go ahead and do that. Get to know one another. Say hello, mix and mingle. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's your channel.
Jen, how are you doing? You got any thoughts on all that?
I know there's a lot of people coming in here.
Yeah,
I just wanted, before you say anything. Oh, go ahead.
I just was going to say, I feel like he's onto something about there is just so much deception. It's really difficult. And even to think about more stuff coming out and thinking, how are we going to know what's real and what's fake? It's frustrating.
Right.
That's right.
Right. And scripture not only talks about, signs and wonders that God will do and the people that are of the Lord will be doing, the two witnesses and all of that, and, other believers. But the enemy's side is going to be able to do some signs and wonders themselves. They'll have very evil, working miracles. So there's going to be all kinds of amazing stuff going on from all sides, really.
True.
Well, plus they have custodians. They have the outer world people, whether people believe it or not. The aliens, as we call them, they've always been. Pleiadians and Garthians and Mirians, all these different. They've done told you who they've been, but they're not coming from above your head. They can go up far enough away you can't never see them, or might see a light, but they travel a very vast, very large. Our planes and ships can't do that. We don't have the capability, and they don't use our conventional means of transportation. So you don't know what's a government aircraft in the sky, or what's the fallen technology, or people from afar or whatever. And I think this has just been going on, and that's why people have always seen what they've seen, because there's no escaping here, and so they've always been here. But they are from an outer world for sure. To make if you want to say what is that? That would be kind of good.
Okay, we're back. We're just talking about Jacob Marley here. He's loving the expression on his face. Okay, well, handle it like Carter Country. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. I'm doing a portrait of Jacob Marley. Yes, Jen, did you have something to say, dear?
Oh, no, I just was saying welcome. Welcome, everybody.
Goodbye, Big Tim. You have a good night, my dear.
Good night.
Big Tim's a person who's happy to pray for you in the name of Jesus as well. If you have prayer
Thanks.
requests, you can tell Big Tim,
God
and he will
bless.
pray for you. That's what Big Tim likes to do. Okay, I don't need to go out that far. We're not going to see that much of his face. Ooh, I need some black. Have you decided? Are you still looking for something to draw, Jen? Is that what's going on?
Oh no, I'm actually working on a piece. Well, I guess you can't. Anytime I start with pencil, you can't really see it.
Yeah, but that's one of the reasons I chose to do the white on black tonight to start out with, so people can actually see what I'm.
Maybe
I
should
have
just
that
hold
problem.
hold it so. I love these
Thanks, everybody.
banners.
All right, where is my black charcoal? Where is it?
Could have brought Carl's Schwab.
Oh, I know.
Pop.
Rod's made a little puppet out of a cotton swab for Klaus Schwab. I think he calls him Carl Schwab or something like that. He pops up, he like holds him up to this. He's done little videos, he holds him up like, hello there. Oh, it's funny. Funny stuff. Puppetry with cotton swabs about Klaus Schwab.
Cotton swab. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. All right, I don't need the black just yet. Well, since I'm a blind old lady, what are you drawing, my dear? I can't quite see.
Yeah, it's sort of like a Christmas calligraphy on like a banner.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm doing Jacob Marley. We're doing Alec Guinness, Jacob Marley. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. I appreciate you all. Please, extra prayers for cousin Margie. It's been a while since she's seen her grandbabies. One's just a baby and one's a little toddler. And bless her heart, she loves them. And, God knows the details, but please lift up some prayers that cousin Margie can see her grandbabies sooner than later. Please.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you so much. Good stream earlier. Johnny, during your stream earlier, I could barely hear you, and I farted with my stuff, and it wasn't me. So I could barely hear. The music was way louder than you were, my dear. And I'm like, well, I wish I could hear Johnny. So I didn't know if you knew or what, but I'd rather hear you, Johnny, if I have a choice, I must say. Because I knew you were talking, but I could hardly hear anything you were saying. I'm like, what's the man talking about? Oh. Okay, Rod, anything else on your mind? Go for it.
There's always something on my mind.
Oh, I know.
I wonder what my dad's doing at work currently underground more than 5 miles, yeah. I wonder what the hell project they're working on now that they're 40, 50 years ahead on, Mr. Illuminati there himself.
Oh, Rod Senior. Yeah, Rod Senior.
Yep.
Oh, Johnny says you change it up at the end. Terrible. Oh, we thought you just forgot to plug in your mic or turn the volume up or something, because we were all in the chat going, Johnny, we can't hear you, Johnny. Oh my God. And I know when you're talking, you're saying wonderful things and you're supporting a lot of good people, and it was important for people to hear what you had to say. So that's why I was bitching. I confess I was bitching. Like, Johnny, oh my God, Johnny, turn that down. Turn your mic up. Oh my God. I was having some kind of fit.
I never got the word. I'd go live
and Johnny's just talking away, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could hear what he was saying. Oh. Johnny likes to try those hot peppers, Rod. He likes to eat reapers and all that crazy stuff. That's his thing. That's okay. Everybody's got their thing. It's not my thing, but
You're he's looking a lot like a mummy Sasquatch.
he kind of is. Well, that's him. He's screaming. I'm doing the picture of him hollering at him. Oh, yeah, you're gonna blow your daughter out of bed.
She'll sleep through a jackhammer.
Yeah, she does sleep through a lot. Yes, she does. Remember when she was a baby, she would just sleep through Rick Fields and everything else.
Oh yeah, he was real.
He
loud.
was super loud. Yeah, that's ain't nothing.
Huge keyboard. I also brought a piano to the front door.
I know. That's one of our friends from the theater. I've done some artwork. I've shown you guys of Rick Field. Sleeping backstage usually is what he was doing. He was a sleeper. He'd take a nap at the drop of a hat. You know, people like that.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. Well, go ahead, Rod. I'm just doing my thing here. Well, I'd like to say hi to people when they come into the chat is all. No, go for it.
Well,
I'll hold my hand up if I need to say something, just like in school. Okay.
I said I don't ask for you if I've been looking at different things, but I don't want to cover the same things. There's so much going on, and I'm always looking for the newest thing. So I pretty much.
Rod, have you watched the Died Suddenly documentary?
The what?
The documentary called Died Suddenly.
Probably not. No, it doesn't sound. I mean, I've seen things that sound like that. You know what I mean? But
Go ahead and tell us about it. Tell us about it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a documentary. In the beginning of it, they are interviewing a lot of morticians and people that do autopsies, talking about all the people that are dying that the media is not covering. And also the they have to pull out the blood from the veins, I guess, when they get someone ready for burial. I don't know if it's just for the autopsy or for burial. I don't know about that, but they're just pulling out these huge clots out of people's veins. And the blood looks really dirty and soft. Yeah. It's not good.
Well, they pull the blood out so they can put the formaldehyde in. Isn't that the whole damn reason of that?
It's a pump. They pump
Right.
through the artery.
But yeah, they're finding all kinds of clots. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does David Carrico on Midnight Ride call it? He calls it the clot shot. Wow.
I half expect it to move like they show us with the black ooze. I'm waiting for the little, what were they, the Morgellons. I'm waiting for that's what I'm waiting for. All the things I've heard of, the experiments that has been done. Yeah, I'm waiting because they show us, but I don't think the graphene, it has anything to do with that, or nanite technology, or anything like people. Things are much simpler. What they do is much simpler. Easy, cheap. If it works, that's what they want. It don't really cost them that much to release something or to mix two things together.
Right,
it doesn't take nothing special. But they like to keep you in fear with Hollywood and really blowing your brain out with craziness.
Yeah.
Got to keep that fear going. Yep. When they want people afraid, they want people eating bugs and people.
They do have crazy things, and they do have, of course, they have droid-like robots as super soldiers, but that's just it. They're not clunky, undependable machines. This is more of a genetic thing, and some of them they tried to raise from embryo up. I mean, that's the test tube thing you always see. I mean, that's something that they legitimately tried to do, and of course, it would deformities and die and would never, you can't play God. You can get, you can make a mess. You can make an abomination, but you're not God. You're never going to be able to make a complex system like that. You can't.
Well, certainly not.
There's no way. but they do the same thing that was going on in the days of Noah. I imagine you had these fallen that were real high tech and knew all these things, and it's something that people forget. Like I said, the paintings is a good example. You see these old paintings. I know people will artists can paint and like you do whatever you're doing a picture of, but I'm trying to think of how to put it. There's always a painting with people and there's ruins in the background. Now there's people that specialize and that's what they do. They paint ruins or they paint, old shit, makes it look unique. But when you look back at the ancient history, people have always been amongst ruins that were older than that time that they're in. So, and if you look at some of the ruins get bigger and bigger in the background until there are these Tartarian-sized buildings and things like that. And you're going, okay, well that makes sense. Maybe these things used to really, seemingly taller because it was lower, but it all was, during the mud flood when flood all buried it. And that's why, again, I said everything is at the same sediment level. If people haven't realized that, the dinosaurs, the buildings that are sunk, Easter Island, and some of those places, I'll say some because some deeper than others, different elevations, but it's basically at that same sediment level. Now, what's that tell you? It tells you that a modern world, they were doing genetics. The dragons have always been around, terrible lizards, dinosaurs. Modern man, and if you want to do that, you want to name them funny names and all that stuff, but they were always thought of terrible lizards, same as alligators and turtles and Nile monitors and Komodo dragons. Everything was larger. You had bigger people and humans and things. So a lot of things that our little human brains can't seem to fathom. And so there's always a guy who goes, "Oh, that's nonsense." He's always going by the scientific way, they call scientific way, but they're not really doing it scientifically. They're not measuring it and feeling it and touching it, smelling it, and actually able to they're looking at it. That's called, what's that called? Profiling.
Yeah.
And you're looking at something and going, okay, that's Bobby Gilroy, and he's 92, and he's lived at 30. What? How do you know that by looking at him? How can you?
Right. Hold on just a minute. Let me say hi to Bobby and Mystic Night the fam. Hello, Bobby. I love you, dear. Mystic, yeah, thank you, Mystic, for the pineapple and the pizza. Hold on, I've got to let Jen back in. She got booted. Let me get her back on here. There we go.
Did you lose her?
She got booted, but she's back.
I lost myself.
There you go. But yeah, I want to tell us more about that, what you were talking about, Jen.
Yeah.
Please go ahead. I've not seen it. But you said they were pulling. Hello, Oat by Bettina. Hello. All right. Yes, go ahead.
Hello. So it's done by a specific director, and he did another documentary called These Little Ones, and it's about child trafficking that's going on. That one's pretty interesting. Trying to think what else he showed. That was mainly the main thing they focused on was the fact that all these people are, especially adults, that are dying suddenly with no, explanation, and they've been healthy prior to dying. The clots and the way their blood looks after they're vaccinated. It's just not good. Am I allowed to say that on here? I never know what these channels.
I won't tell. You meant Jabby Do. That's what you meant. Yeah, Jabby Do.
I got the duck thoughts.
I don't know what your channel.
Jabby Do. But yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. It's very compelling evidence. If anybody hasn't watched it, you can find it on Rumble. But it's called Died Suddenly.
Oh, it is on Rumble? Okay, yes. I have a thing on Rumble. I'll have to go check that out.
Oh, check it out.
Hello to the people coming in that we may have missed. There's a few.
How you doing, Bobby? Good to see you, Oak by Bettina and Yankee Kyle. I'm doing very well. A little hard for me to type and chit-chat and do this. So if I don't say something one way, I'll say something another way to you. So
yeah,
pardon me. I've got to start blending. I like to blend.
Go get that blending.
So yeah, Rumble's got a lot of interesting things that that is too hot for YouTube.
Oh yeah.
I'm
grateful Rumble exists.
I don't want your music selection. I don't want.
No, it's not what I listen to.
Yeah, well, I don't want the other things you listen to right now either. I want what I want. Here's some Stevie Ricks.
Mystic Night here on Nez Liver Channel, Mums. Till I say something.
Now that's not to say that Rod doesn't pick out some good music.
And stuff, so I couldn't.
Well, good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, when you have something real, you tend to go, nope. They don't want people see that.
I know, that's great.
How is Jacob Marley coming?
Jacob Marley's coming along just fine, thank you.
So any new cryptid talk?
What Jen, what?
Any new cryptid talk?
Any new cryptid talk? Pammy Clyde has sent me some footage. She's got, you want to call it a gift and or a curse. She has lots of encounters with creatures and cryptids, and she sees a lot of orbs, and she gets a lot of good footage. She just sent me a picture recently, a dog man picture, and she sent me another video clip that had audio of growling and some kind of weird shrieking, and then some orbs and stuff like that. Yeah, so she's living in a very active place. She's looking to move. You can understand why you'd want to move if that much stuff is going on, And the video she took, she was in her bedroom and crazy stuff's going on,
Oh my gosh. That sounds terrifying.
The poor lady. I was praying for her. I'm like, nothing that Jesus can't protect you from, but still to have, when you experience things, and not everybody has, but when you experience things, I mean, it certainly gets your attention, or at least it should,
Yeah.
Things are very much real.
Bobby wants to know what
a cryptid is a creature that has not been formally acknowledged by mainstream science. Things like Sasquatch, Dogman, and every other dryads, things that are labeled as mythological or fantastical. And yet millions of people have attested personally to having encounters, to seeing, hearing these things. Certainly.
I love the shapeshifters that go to people's houses, look like a set of curtains or a piece of, like in Monsters Incorporated, I look like there's ones like that. If people that you'll catch a glimpse of, what the hell was that? And it was a squirrel, a bird, you don't know what the hell, just out of that peripheral, man. They're fast as hell. And yeah, try to get a picture of that. And there's one guy got a video, that one I sent you, and he's on the fucking curtain. People thought, oh, somebody under the bed pulling a string. Like, no, I've encountered those things, and it's very strange. You run up and you look, there's nothing there. Where is it? But it's cloaked like an octopus. It's on something else and blended in, and it's right in front of you, but you don't see it.
Whoa.
It's very strange.
What's the matter, Jen?
Oh, no, I'm just saying that's strange.
Okay.
It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre.
So yeah, I'll have to see if Pammy will let me show some of the pictures that she sends me. I'd love to have her on the panel, and she can tell her own encounters and show her own footage. I think that'd be a good time. Miss Pammy comes on. And Pammy's been with me on my channel for several years now. Bless her heart.
Yeah.
Thanks again, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
I just got to have a little music in the background. It doesn't have to be very loud.
The words to the song.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead, talk about the words.
No,
I'm good. I don't want to.
You know what's fun is going to the store with Rod, and we can't go to a store without seeing Illuminati this and demonic that and satanic this and Krampus that, and everywhere you go, everywhere you go. Very loudly too. He does it very. He should make videos of going through the stores, and Big Lots is a good store to do that in.
Nice.
Wouldn't you say, Rod? Yeah. You can't find it. Yeah, lots of Nephilim and cryptids out there in your places where you go shopping. You got so many unicorns and Sasquatches and Yetis and
Ottoman kids.
gnomes and fairies and elves, and the list goes on. Hello, Autumn. I love you, my dear. Everybody say hello to one of my top mods right up there with Billy. I give you Autumn. Hello, Autumn. She's the lady with the links. If you would like to have your link be shared out in our master list of links that we share out when Autumn is here. She's the keeper of the list. Just let us know.
All right. Do you ever watch what is that show? Well, that's not truth or related, never mind. Oh, you guys still there?
Yeah, we're there. It just buffers from time to time. If it ever starts to buffer, just hang in there. We will be back.
All right.
StreamYard does that. And my goodness, it's the weekend. Everybody's on the internet. It's
Yes,
a lot of
ma'am.
bandwidth being used right now. So. And to have the video available and not just the icon, Meeps Music told us that takes a lot more bandwidth than just having your icon up. So.
Yeah.
Yes, could somebody please drop Yankee Kyle's link? Please, and thank you. If you don't want your link shared out, again, please let us know. Not everybody wants that. Not everybody wants that, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Without echoing.
Yeah, and when you got a lot of people, just like I said, it's probably the biggest internet use of the week,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a highway with a bunch of traffic on it, what do you think's going to happen, Traffic jam. It's a digital traffic jam is what it is. That's all it is. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging in there. Thank you so much. Well, Forensic Mystics. Hello. Well,
quite a few in 10, 11.
There we go. Yeah. Well, thanks, everybody, for being here. I've got to get my hair up out of my face. It's so hot.
Remember it.
There, I'm back. There we go. Yeah, please pardon. If it gets bumpy, you understand. Thoughts of you leave my head. Yes, it's Cassie. Hi, Cassie, my dear. Just one thing.
Who was the
makes
guy we
me-
used to watch, and he would say, "You just do demon."
The demon. Wasn't that from the
He was-
rainbow and the serpent and the rainbow
He
and
was, yeah, they
rainbows and serpents?
Demon.
The demon. Didn't they say that in Ghost in the Darkness too? I'm
Yeah.
sure somebody
Yeah.
from Africa said the
Yeah,
demon
he
at
said
some
the demon.
point.
There's always one of those.
The demon.
Yeah, the demon.
Like $1 for every time Rod and I talk about demons. Oh my goodness. Really?
Well, they do where's this one videos with Spain or whatever, and they're hollering in their line.
Can't hear you guys. Buffer. Uh-oh. It's just me, guys. Just me. Well, I'm not in the chat quite yet, but what kind of truth are you guys looking into? What do you guys want us to talk about? Silence is golden.
Till I come around. No silence. I'm taking this opportunity to take over Maurice's art truther chat, and let's see, what can I talk about? Let's see. I don't know. This is such a rare opportunity. I'm so glad you guys invited me here today. This is awesome. I'd like to thank all the people in my life that have made it possible for me to be here. And just want to welcome everyone in the chat and hope that your Thanksgiving was going well. We have Christmas coming up. Hope you've gotten your.
I'm here to present to you the 2022 Commandeer Award of YouTube Radio.
That's right. The envelope, please. The winner is Cripps.
Oh, they're coming back.
Commandeer.
Hurry, give us your speech. Oh, you already did that. You were already thanking people.
Yeah. Talk about have him talk about targeted individuals when he comes back.
Like gang stalking?
Yeah.
That's a good topic.
Yeah. Talk about the possibility that and I'm not saying I believe this, but there are some people who believe there's a city inside the moon.
Oh.
We saw that movie last year that was talking about that, but there's a place to land spaceships inside the moon.
Oh, you know how that's going to go.
Sure.
We know how that's going to go over.
I like your drawing.
Thank you. Christmas time.
Christmas time.
It's sideways and really
Christmas
far
is
away
time.
on this stupid tripod.
Probably something to do about that.
Yeah, I need to do some research.
There you go.
There they are. Thank
There
you.
we go. Woo!
Woo!
Sorry about that. It's quite a ride with StreamYard. Here we got Sir Alec Guinness, Jacob Marley. Whoa!
I think it just threw somebody that I was trying to see the message and went.
I didn't throw anybody out.
Me, my phone just.
You don't have that kind of power over my stream, sir.
No, I got us a new subscriber from your stream on my phone, and my phone said "screw you" and passed me to the side. So I was trying to see who it is.
Well, take it, pump it up, like feet, stop it, and the jam is pumping. Look here, that crowd is jumping.
Well, Pump up the cramps is what it sounds like.
Pump up the Krampus for this holiday season. Want to talk about Krampus, Jen? Cripps, let's talk about Krampus.
Sure. I don't know anything about Krampus. Enlighten me.
What? Oh, no. Well, good thing we got Rod Legendary here. Rod, tell us about 'tis the season for Krampus.
God, man, that's a whole.
I know. Isn't it great? Talk about it.
Already covered this.
Hello, Sarah Cosmic Wiatch. That's right, Sarah. You know it. It's been that way. It's always been that way. Billy, I love you. Thank you for being here.
It says on mine, your thing's held up right there. You're spinning. I don't know if I have to reboot my phone or not. I know I need power.
I can still hear
Well,
you
it
guys.
looks like it. I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Bobby says, I saw the movie. I'm good. Well, good for you. Not everybody. Apparently not everybody saw that movie.
Well, you can look up what is that parade? Is it Scandinavia? I'm trying to remember where. They have the parade every year, the Krampuses, and they scare the shit out of little kids with the wooden carved Krampus mask, which is, like I said, people really cover this, and hard to tell where, the whole myth come from, but, you have to know St. Nicholas and all that.
Well, doesn't Krampus accompany St. Nicholas?
Well, yeah, and he has the stick, and he's supposed to punish the bad children and take them away.
Yeah, he takes away bad children. Yeah. Krampus is evil. That's right, Celestial Seeker. Krampus. Look how it's Krampus. Didn't you see that movie, Billy? That was a horror movie a couple years back. Krampus.
You look at Sandy Claus different after that.
There's Okie Grower. Pump up the jam, Okie Grower. He'll be reading the part of Bob Cratchit coming up in the Christmas Carol reading at Scully's. Yeah, Evil Santa Claus. That's right, Billy. That's right. You got that right. How you doing, Okie? Okie says, Jen.
Hello.
Lots of love hearts.
Like my sideways art, do ya? Hey, okay. Oh, cramp ass. Somebody put in the studio.
Cramp ass.
Yeah, he is kind of.
Yeah, you get cramps in your ass. Yeah. How you doing, Billy? We were watching the Urban Rescue Ranch before the show, and
Boy, what a nice trophy a Krampus head would make on my wall.
yeah, the Krampus head, wouldn't it? Yes, it would.
Mr. Dante here, Roger. Take
Lots of-
sword and be heavy.
Lots of those European countries, they got gnomes and elves and little creatures and little people, and all associated with this Saturnalia Yuletide winter solstice thing that people call Christmas. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
For crying out loud. No, Rod, I don't. What are you at? Like 70% and you're freaking out?
78.
Oh, well, then get out on whatever. Goodness sakes. The whole dress up in disguise and hold kids making promises. Yeah, it doesn't. And, it wants kids to sit on his lap. Yeah. I find that highly questionable. Don't you? I do.
Yeah.
And you got to bribe him anyway. He breaks into your house.
Candy.
Yeah.
Candy from a stranger.
Yeah.
You change the letters around as in Santa turns into C.
He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. How the hell does he know that? What's he doing? You got surveillance going on you all the time, or?
I don't know. See, my mom is the thing. She raises you Christian, but they're trying to still spin that story. And you're going, yeah. As a kid, I wasn't that stupid. I didn't. You didn't get what his magic is. So there's this magic dude running around, and everybody knows about it. You can get into anybody's house at any freaking time, and he's around children. And it didn't sell to me. Yeah,
The tree. Okie Girl wants to know about the tree. The tree is much older than what people acknowledge as Christian Christmas. The tree is a pagan thing. It's a phallic symbol.
Yeah, but they would get an evergreen, a pine, and bring it in the winter and decorate it with candles on to give that the warmth feeling. As they say, they spend it, give it the warmth feeling in summer. You know what I mean? And things like that. They decorate it, but there's a lot more to it than that. Yes.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not a good thing.
I noticed that dead tree they sell anymore in art and jewelry they'll have this tree, and it's got the roots and the top. There's no leaves in the top at all. It's you always see it in stores, and there's stickers of it, and people put peace and love with it or pictures of it. That is not a tree of life. That is a tree of death.
That's not
dead.
good.
There is no life on it. And again, they sell stuff to people all the time. A tattooist doesn't give a crap.
Oh, I know, Okie. I know.
They'll just stick whatever on you.
Oh, my laptop keeps. Okay, there we go. That's better.
Yeah, every tree. Wonder how many trees. Oh yeah, tons. Tons. If they destroy it and then tell you you're doing things wrong. If you look back at the old foresting when they were first starting here, well, restarting again, we should say, in this country, when they were clear cutting and logging and cutting down all these giant trees in Florida and everywhere, and coming across the structures and things and hiding it. Because even the workers, they would tell them, you know what, that ain't nothing. That's just old, you know. And they'd work and tear down all these beautiful trees and
Yeah, all the deforestation. Do we lose him again? Buffering. Buffering all the way. Sorry, our anti-Christmas. Sorry about that. Jason and I aren't, but we understand and respect Rod and Maurice's position.
I do for you.
Oh,
I do it for you.
Hearing him sing it's bad enough.
I like this song. Shut up.
I'm not a big.
You don't have to be. I like the song. I'm allowed to like the song.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Oh God! Oh no!
Jack Frost.
I put my hand over.
Have yourself a merry little Krampus. Yeah.
Love you, babe.
Oh boy. Okie says, "What's everyone's New Year's lie? You got to stop smoking cigs."
Yeah.
New Year's lie.
It is New Year's lies. Yeah,
that's pagan too. The New Year's celebration, all of that. Yep, it really is.
True, it is a lie.
Do you guys believe that the first of the year is April 1st?
No. April 1st. The according to the Hebrew calendar, you mean?
I think so. They
they
say
Passover is,
there's 13.
Something relating to the reason why they call it the April Fool's Day, because you're a fool and don't realize that they
Probably. Supposedly there's 13 months in a year, and they changed it. I didn't realize that what is it called? Like the not the astrological signs that are in the stars.
Right.
There's 13 of them. There's not 12. There's 13.
Right.
And I guess at some point they just changed our calendars.
Oh, they did. They certainly did.
Screwing all the time, I guess, the dates.
They certainly did.
Oh, just like the maps, and they tell you that people that's been sailing all over the face of the earth since the beginning of everything, don't know anything about what come on, man. They removed that stuff from the maps, and then notice the things that they removed, like Hyperborea from the map and these other places, are places that you can't go. Isn't that interesting?
Right.
Why they would do that? Well, that map is wrong. Oh, okay. So Vikings and Egyptians and all these people that sailed the oceans didn't know the shape of they built these massive buildings. You can see how obvious electrical tools used. And whatever. It was freaking modern. The fallen weren't stupid. They taught man all
kinds of craziness.
So they had modern things and ethereal energy. It's right in front of your face, man. And no one ever thinks about airships. there's a lot of channels that cover this stuff, and they've gotten big covers up, but they're really good at doing it. They're good at covering these things. I don't know if they're on board with Jesus. One of them I heard doubted the Virgin Mary, and I'm like, ooh, dude, if you're digging around in these old structures and showing that the mud floods all this, then you can't. That's like looking at Jesus in his face. They've done that. Peter, wasn't it Peter that denied him?
Three times.
Come on, man. It's in front of your face. I don't know how much more in front of your face I'll say again it could be, but
oh, I know. I hear you.
The labels are there. Their marks are. There's always a penis obelisk. There's always
always
a triangle. Sesame Street pushed that a lot, didn't they? Triangle,
It's crazy.
Oh, goodness. Well, I think Jacob is coming along quite nicely. Let's see what you're doing, Jen. Can you hold it up for me, please? Ah, lovely. Love.
I like the banners.
I do too. You have a real talent for that kind of the calligraphy and looking very illustration-like. I really like that.
You. I'm a little obsessed.
Well, it's beautiful. You do a wonderful job.
Thank you. I love your charcoal drawings. I have not done that before. That's just, I love how you use the black of the paper to use it for the shadows of the face. That's awesome.
It really is a treat to work on the black paper with the white charcoal pencils. I love it. Bobby said celebrate the fiscal new year. Well, that's October 1st. That's my birthday. And we do celebrate on that day. Yes, we do. And if you missed it, go check out my musical birthday celebration from this year. Lots of musical talent performed for everybody. I hope you get to check it out if you haven't seen it. Oh, Marley. Oh.
What does your phone keep having a connection about?
Because it doesn't want to stay plugged in. Okay.
I see him talking about Festivus. That is the funniest episode. One of the
From
funniest.
Seinfeld, yeah. Billy loves Seinfeld.
Oh my God, it's hilarious. Well, what's his name? I played Costanza's dad.
Oh, that guy, yeah, Jerry Stiller.
I don't like what he does now, but I think some of his better work was the other stuff.
Oh, he's dead, man. He's dead as Jacob Martin.
Well, I was talking about the later stuff. I know. He's dead, but the later stuff he did was not, not his best.
Lighten him up just a little bit more. Get his spectral look going on here. And the Seinfeld quotes are flying through the chat.
Oh yeah, the chicken episode, the chicken.
Kenny Rogers Roasters, that's my favorite.
That guy and
the rat hat.
Rat hat.
I love that one, and I love where Kramer and Newman are running those cans across the border so they could cash them in and stuff. Collected a bunch of cans to go turn in for money.
Well, hell, when the Ukraine thing was going on, I had to watch the episode with what was it? They were playing Risk. And because I used to play that with my friends and always annihilate them.
Oh, me too.
And we'd always leave the Risk board sitting around, nobody touch it, be watching the Risk board. But yeah, the guy on the bus said, Ukraine's not weak, and smashes the board and goes, everything was fine. Running down the street carrying the game board.
So good. It's such a good show. There is a lot of screaming though. I can't watch it and fall asleep because then I get screamed away. But still. What's y'all's favorite episode if you had to pick one?
Seinfeld is Kenny Rogers Roasters.
That is a good one.
Or Jerry, it's the one with the rat hat. It's the one where Jerry and Kramer switch apartments and they start acting like each other. Oh my God.
Awesome. I think it's hilarious, the one where George dates the girl that looks like Jerry.
Yeah, it looks like Jerry. Yeah.
Oh wow, I don't know if I've seen that one. I thought I've seen them all.
Manhand.
I always loved Jay Peterman on there. I thought he was funny.
He is
He's
funny.
in the Kenny Rogers Roasters. He's like in Tibet or something like that, and he like talks to this little Tibetan boy there. He's like, and Elaine's like, oh, I didn't know you spoke that language. Like, no, that was gibberish. And, oh my god, funny stuff. Yeah, I love Jay Peterman. She was trying to get him to sign away an expense thing for that rat hat.
It's hilarious. It's so fun.
What's your favorite one, Jim?
I'm still thinking because there's so many that are really, really good. Golly. I love the soup one. That's a classic.
It is. It really is.
I like the one where Seinfeld Jerry, he dates the girl that never changes. They meet in the like little thrift store or antique store, and Elaine's wanting to buy this bike that she grew up with, and Jerry's not paying attention to her because he's like attracted to this lady. She's wearing this like black and white dress, and she never changes. He's like thinking, is she like Superman? Like, does she have a closet full of these dresses washed and she just wears the same thing? And he keeps trying to like check out her house, and she just catches him, and it's just hilarious. It's so funny. I think she ends up breaking up with him. She's being all weird.
Do you wear the same? Do you have a wardrobe? I kind of do. I have this black shirt.
You do not.
I used to. Like a cartoon character, just with the same.
Oh, Rod, tell
No.
story time here in the studios. Oh, shrinkage. Billy likes the shrinkage
That is
one.
a good. It's fighting like a turtle.
What the one with the cabin and John Cheevers? Oh my gosh, where Kramer burns down the George's fiance's husband or dad's cabin. Oh my gosh,
Oh, yeah.
You don't know that one? Oh, that's really funny. That's a good one.
Hey, Jot, thanks for coming in, my dear. Thank you so much. It's Jacob Marley. He's a hollering at Ebenezer. Ooh. That's one of the parts I'm playing in the dramatic reading of A Christmas Carol at Scully's House of Thrillers. If you haven't hit his bell yet, please do. Jenn and Cripps will be reading. I'll be reading. Okie Grower will be reading. And some other people as well. It'll be a good time.
Celestial says, what's his face? Afficus or whatever was added.
I don't know what that means. Oh, don't know what that means. We're almost done with old Marley here. Well, Bottle Cap's good to see you. Thank you for coming in.
Bottle Cap.
Let's say hi to Bottle Cap.
On the West Coast. Isn't that funny? And I'm talking to people that's clear on the other side of the face of the earth, and they'll see the sun at the same time I see the sun at 6 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and you go, isn't that funny? And supposedly it's not even made it past California yet, but they're seeing it over there in the islands. That's really interesting. Really interesting that they can see it in Asia already.
Indeed.
At the same height as our evening in their morning. So yeah, explain that on a fall.
Yep.
There we go. Very nice. Yeah. Very nice. Thank you, Bottle Caps. Love to you too. And Bottle Caps gives a love heart to you too, Starling Swallow.
Oh, thank you, Bottle Caps.
Again, if you're in blue and you want to drop the link to your channel or link to your latest upload, go ahead and do that. Bottle Caps, if you want to drop the link to your latest thing, please take a moment and do that. I think we're almost done with old Marley here. We're getting there.
He's
We got to add some shading.
It's just he looks. don't even know what. He looked like a Sasquatch at first, and then he morphed into like a mummy Sasquatch. And
Well, look at him. He's got
then
that
he looked
thing
like,
on his
and
head.
then he looked like a ship captain, or like hollering the ship's going down or whatever.
Oh, he is hollering.
And, yeah, I know.
What exactly is your point?
He's just evolved. Changed. Up in someone's window, up at their window at night, but that just like slowly.
Put that in someone's window.
They saw it. Over them Alabama Bigfoot dude. This is a picture.
Hello, Wisconsin Greg. How are you, sir?
Use transparent glass.
That would help, wouldn't it? What'd you have for dinner, Wisconsin Greg? You thought it was Randy. Randy who? What are you talking about, bottle caps?
Jason Nixon.
Jason Nixel. Oh,
Oh,
that's
okay,
on the link
Jason,
for my
yeah,
son's channel. That's Jason Nixel. Oh, that's so nice. So nice. Jason will be here to visit on his break. That'll be fun.
Always enjoy.
Cool.
Yeah. Rod missed him for Thanksgiving, so he'll have to visit with him.
He's clever.
Your unofficial stepson. Yes, I know.
He's made me bust a gut laughing.
Oh, I know. You guys get together and oh my goodness. Oh, Randy. It's not Randy. Does he have a beard like Randy? Put your glasses on, bottle caps. Now, come on. Thank you, Wisconsin. Wisconsin Greg says, really cool art, Nez and Starling. Greg likes what you're doing too there, Miss Jen.
Thank you, Greg. Y'all can see it. There's your papa.
Sorry.
What are you laughing about now? What the hell's going on over
The
there?
song, it just some of them.
What now? I love this song.
Certain songs have certain memories for other people.
Oh, yeah. As long as it doesn't make you think of... I can't even say it. Never mind. Go on, say it. Go ahead. You say it. That place you lived once upon a time. Key West, I'll say it.
Oh my God. Jeez, yeah, a year there. I just saw my diving suit. Get the heck out
We'll have to
there.
do a show where Rod just
Jeez.
tells Key West stories. And
Oh,
that'll be.
It's a wonder
Ooh,
that
scary.
place hasn't been sunk under the ocean. It really is. But I got to see Arnold there. And
Yeah,
Whoopi
you did.
Goldberg
And,
and,
Jamie Lee Curtis too, right? Didn't
Jamie
you see
Lee Curtis,
Jamie Lee Curtis?
Michael Keaton, and I just done Beetlejuice up here at the different studios playing Beetlejuice, and so when I went down there, I still had my costume left there when I ran into Michael at the island bar.
Yeah, Rod
And
was.
the
You
guy
were
that
playing
does-
Beetlejuice at a theme park, right?
And on the train here at Easter.
And a
Island.
train here, a ghost train or
But-
whatever.
Anyway, he was there, and the guy sitting next to him, the barmaid, said, I can't believe you did what? And I didn't know Michael was even beside me because of the crowd, and he had bumped into me a couple of times, said, excuse me, I'm sorry. And I said, oh, man, no problem. You don't think about those kinds of things, but, you know, there he was, and the barmaid said, I can't believe it. I have 3 Beetlejuices here. One is just some guy that plays the character part, the actual Michael Keaton himself. And what's his name played the cartoon character voice from the animated series. So he had the T-shirt on with the little
I
little
can't
car.
believe you met that guy too.
Yeah, he does. He can do the whole, you know, he does the whole voice and stuff.
Were you guys all 3 doing the voice all at the same time?
Oh,
That had to be fun.
yeah, it's kind of like when they did the what was it, the Christopher Lloyd's had a bunch of guys that did Christopher Lloyd, and yeah. Which one? You got all these guys hollering all these different lines. And then Arnold's the same way. And, you know, you can make
The Arnold's, yeah.
phone call like you're talking to him right now. And he would say, oh, hello, yeah, Marisa, how are you?
And I'd hang up. Bye, Arnold.
Well, no, don't hang up.
I will hang up on Arnold. Yes, I will. Quicker than you can say.
It's very nice to be with you.
Wait for me.
That's in the
Just for me. I Solze Planeta. No one. Say something, Jen. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm so focused.
She's so quiet.
I have a hard time talking and drawing at the same time. That's not the best. I think it'd be easier to sing just because you don't really have to think about it.
Well, then go ahead. Let it rip.
Oh, no. I didn't mean now.
Gentlemen, she wants to sing. You just go ahead and sing if you want to sing.
Bust out in song. How's your week been?
Oh, I feel better now than I did when the week started. It was just a long haul of not feeling good basically last month, but you know, I feel a lot better now. Had to do some adulting, had to make some phone calls, and you know how it is. So
Yeah.
glad I got that all done. Well, there's always more phone calls to make, though. There'll be more to do. My oven, the heating element is goofy, and I tried to make dinner last night, and I'm like, can I still stick my hand in there and it's at 400 degrees? You know, it's like, come on now. So now I got to call maintenance on Monday, and they got to come and do whatever they got to do. And
They can hand me the money and I'll go get it.
it's already been fixed once. So I don't know why it keeps pooping out.
Just to know.
I don't know what's going on there, but oh my goodness. Ruby Lanos, hello. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. It has been a hot minute. Good to see you. You can't play that one. I'll get in trouble.
I don't know why mine's not keeping up with the stream.
There's a bit of a lag. It happens.
I might restart.
You might have to restart. That's okay. So yeah, I'm glad you guys all came tonight.
Yeah.
I like what Jen's doing. It's beautiful.
Thank you, my dear. Both of ours are kind of Christmas related.
Well, what could be more Christmassy than the ghost of Jacob Marley? So, Ruby Lanus, thank you. Your baby loves my lives. Thank you so much. I enjoy doing my lives very much. I'm just touching up a little bit of the old Jacob Marley hollering at Ebenezer. You don't believe in me. So that's a Christmassy drawing, right? Sure.
Yes.
Jacob is certainly part of it. And he's really quite the hero. He's trying to get Scrooge to repent and change his ways so he doesn't end up the same way. He's not a bad, spooky, evil specter.
No.
You're a ghost? Yeah, I'm a ghost. Oh, you mean Marley? Yeah. Well, yeah. I like the portrayal by Sir Alec Guinness in the movie Scrooge. I like it where Ebenezer asks him, "Can you sit down?" He says, "I can," and then he just sits down on nothing. That's pretty good. I like that.
Hey.
And I didn't sit on a chair, just sits down. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it.
We watched Scrooge the other week. It was last week.
Oh, the Bill Murray thing? I don't really watch that one anymore. I've seen it, of course, but that's not one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's not one of mine either, but I hadn't seen it since I was a kid. And you know when you rewatch movies as an adult, it's so interesting.
It's weird, isn't it? It really is. Jamie Farr, the guy who played Corporal Klinger on MASH has a bit part in that movie.
Oh,
In Scrooge with Bill Murray.
I
He does. He's one of the bit actors.
was laughing about the Steve.
What?
George Costanza. I should get a T-shirt with George Costanza. He goes, why? Yeah, he looks like
He looks like
a mountain
what?
man. He looks like a mountain man. From that, look on my phone, the angle that I
Well,
see that it's not in front of me there, but on the phone, look at the angle.
I know it elongates the image when it's laying down. Well, that's
Yeah, this is why you can't go by. I got a picture of the thing. You're like, okay, well, it might be.
there. See, better when he's standing up.
Yeah, not yet.
There we
yeah.
go. Oh! There we go. There's Marley. He's a hollering.
Yeah.
Oh, now we can send this out to Okie Grower. I sent it out to Okie last night. He wasn't here. I think I'm happy with my Marley here. He's not a complicated image. He's kind of spooky. He's kind of mad. He's kind of spooky. He's kind of mad. There he goes. He's yelling at me.
Can't stand you.
Well, I'm sorry we didn't have much more of a truth or discussion. We kind of touched on a lot of things, but
Yeah,
that's okay. It's nice just to hang out too.
Have we ever talked about the missing 411 stuff?
I've watched that movie or documentary.
Missing People?
Yeah, Missing People.
Yeah,
Yep.
there was like 30 people on a group, and I was surprised at their families. Where's their families? I guess they would block them, but there was a whole group, and the ranger went where they weren't supposed to go. What, Yellowstone or wherever? They're all gone, and just like what was the other vampire, 30 Days of Night or whatever, all their cell phones and packs and anything linked to the outside was all in a pile.
Yeah.
By the trail, and have no idea. And I mean, a group like that doesn't disappear unless the government or the outsiders are involved. That's and then there's just missing people in general that are kids that are taken God knows where, anywhere from for sacrifice to sell as slaves to, and then there's just people that disappear. So yeah, that's a big, man. There's a lot. I've watched a couple of those, and
Yeah.
yeah.
It's really
It kind of
concerning.
reminds me of the forest in Japan, but that forest, the floor is like, there's spots you can fall through the forest floor. There's like open. I don't know if people know that or not. There's like openings. So.
Oh, wow. Yikes.
Mr. Bungle, hello. Welcome to the stream. I think we've got Jacob Marley pretty much wrapped up here. I might have to put in a little more shading and shadowing on his head wrap.
Do you go back over with charcoal to add shading?
Yeah, I just work with the General's charcoal pencils right here. I'm not sponsored by General's, but I wouldn't mind.
That little tabletop easel I had would have been perfect for you, but I turned it in. I'm turning it into a wind chime piano. And
Thank you for thinking of me.
And nobody's made a wind chime piano.
Thank you for thinking of me, telling me what you could do for me, and then what you're doing for yourself instead. Ladies and gentlemen, the consummate narcissist.
Like,
Rod.
I can bring her, you still do art on it. And the chimes while you do it.
Thank you, Rod. That's so very nice. Or you could just, let me use it.
What am I make my little chime piano?
You got other things to make.
That it folds.
Oh, well, yeah, that'd be handy for me, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be a nice gift?
It looks like Da Vinci.
Oh, bottom line, I'm not getting it. Yeah. Oh Oh my goodness. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. I appreciate you. Mandela.
So who do you guys think are taking all these people out of national forests?
Well, there's people who work for people who are paid. What was those movies called where they abduct people and then they take them and they torture them to death and rich people pay money to watch them or torture them themselves? Either way, hostile. And that kind of thing does go on and happen. And there's, with these elites and these pedophiles, they'll pay some pretty devious people, and then if you got cult groups, well, it don't take much, just, the two crazy enough. I don't know. Pretty much any sicko that you can get to pay to do that kind of work, but it's evil. That's the way I look at it. It doesn't really matter who or the means. It's any person that does that to another person is just evil. You're going to take a paycheck or whatever to or drugs to do that. I mean, the woman just recently was she was prostituting her 8-year-old child, her 8-year-old daughter, prostituting. What kind of an ate-up, demon-filled mind do you have to do that to a child, man? Your own child at that. So, if there's a mom that would do that to her own child, well, how many other crazy people out there that are, involved? And those are the kind of people they look for. You never know who's I can't say total MK Ultra victim, but there are people they have track of that have mental issues and problems. And they'll use those individuals like MK Ultra to broadcast signals to make them be the one that has the flip out and breakdown. And they really don't know why. They just kept having this thought in their head over and over, or they kept hearing a voice over and over. And you'll see where they'll test people and they'll ask them questions. Well, do you hear voices? Do you hear, sometimes depending on where you're going, they might be trying to find out, how much you might be wondering about, are you being mind controlled? They want to see where you are in that, or if you've even got a clue as to what's really going on, or if the program's even working. It's man, when you talk about the levels of things, of how deep it goes, the rabbit hole is the joke. It's a bottomless pit of, once you drop through it veins out everywhere. It doesn't. There's no end to the madness.
Nope.
Hold on. Ruby Lena, thank you so much. If you're slipping out, hey, thank you for coming by, and love to you and your little one. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Bongo. Yes, it's Jacob Marley. And to add to what Rod was saying, not only do I believe it's people with way too much money and into the occult who want to abduct people, and particularly children, I think between that and just what else is out there, whether it's cryptids like Sasquatch or Dogman or whatever, many other things out there. Skinwalkers, there's Wendigos, there's all kinds of dangerous creatures out there. And plus, you've just got the elements, and you got people. Don't just forget regular people out there. There's crazy people that live out in the woods and do all kinds of cray, and they could abduct people too, So true. You got a whole bunch of things out there that could take people away.
Chick or whatever, they're in Hollywood, or guy that made designer clothes everybody's burning. And there you go again, child pedophilia. And they'll push it to that point to see how far they can go before people go, hey, whoa. And then they go, oops, but they went way too far. Obviously, they thought that the mind mentality of people was already at the point where they can just run their schmut. And no, we're really sick of all this crap, and we want to stop it. We're done with Crazy Town. We're done with the madness and all the stupidity. We're done, pretty much. A lot of us are. But we're not going to go out and do a bunch of craziness. We're not going to go out and hurt innocent people. Or I'd like to go get rid of all the towers. Sure, they can't do that, and there's already idiots attacking the grid. You can get somebody killed or hurt yourself, but you really don't want to do that. And I get the means and all that, but where's the what? What are you looking for?
Something to put in here.
There was already something.
I know. I don't know where it was. I don't know where.
I thought you had that kind of ugly.
Do I have it? No, sir, I do not.
I thought you.
I gave you the.
No,
It's down there.
oh, there's nothing on there, but
Oh, I didn't know you did all that.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. Oh my goodness.
yeah, don't ask me what I was talking about.
Okay. Okay, Bobby. I love you, my dear. Thank you for coming by.
She's stepping out. Yep, howdy, bro.
That's okay. Thanks everybody who
See
come
you,
by. I
Bobby.
appreciate it. You don't spit into the wind. Don't sit on the lap of that Santa. Don't do it. What does he care what you want? You know, oh, tell me what you want. No, get away from me. I wanted you to not come in my house.
Right.
Mr. Bungle says a great vampire movie. Excuse me.
Of night where it's not just the blood that
Oh my goodness.
got smart enough to go somewhere where.
From early age called The Hunger with David Bowie and Catherine Deneuve. Anyone missed it? I don't know if I've seen that, Mr. Bungle. It kind of sounds familiar. Well, hello, Photos Against Anxiety. Photos, if you want to drop your link, please go right ahead and do that. I don't think I've added you to the list yet, but if you want me to add you to the master list that my mod Autumn has of good channel links we share, we can do that. If you want to drop your link, you can do that. Again, anybody in blue, please go ahead and do that. Yep, that's old Marley. Ooh. I think next I'll be doing, well, I don't know in what order, but I want to have a few characters drawn out to showcase during the reading of A Christmas Carol. I'll be showing them during intermission, and we'll be giving away one of those drawings. You'll get to, if you win the drawing, you get to pick which Christmas Carol piece of artwork that you want. So, and you got to stay till the end of the show to be eligible for that. You're welcome, Photos. No problem.
Excuse me.
So, I don't know who's going to be next, but somewhere, not in any particular order, I want to do the Ghost of Christmas Present, and I think I need to, I don't know, I'd kind of like to do Bob Cratchit, but I kind of want to do, Fred, the cousin, but I guess we're going to have to include Scrooge, too. We really can't leave Scrooge out, so we will see. But definitely the Ghost of Christmas Present will be. I don't know if I want to draw I think Jenn should draw the Ghost of Christmas Past. I think she'd do a beautiful job.
Sorry.
I do. I think you would.
Challenge accepted.
Yes, I'd love to see that. Get it done in time for the show, and we'll throw it in the intermission for people to see.
Awesome.
If you so want to do that. Scully's letting me put the video together for intermission, so I can say that we can do that.
Cool.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Well, bless you. Was that
Yeah.
Stella? Oh, everybody bless Stella. She just had a little cat sneeze.
My nose is going crazy.
Explore with Holy Cowgirl. Hello, Explore with the Holy Cowgirl. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We got our Jacob Marley. Oh, I got to get chains. I'll be rattling some chains. I did last year, but they were just small chains. I got to, Rod, I know you got chains where you're at. You need to give me a piece of chain that I can rattle.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe, whatever. Well, thank you, Photos. I'm pretty much done. I used Alec Guinness portraying Jacob Marley as my inspiration tonight. I'll get to read his part when we do the dramatic reading at Scully's.
That's going to be so much fun.
Oh, it was fun last year, but to have more people involved, I'm telling you, man, I'm tickled. I'm excited. I can't wait. It's going to be a good time. I can't wait to hear you do Mrs. Cratchit, that attitude, man. Wow.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. Oh, another one of the ladies who was reading with us, she was Tanya, I think. I guess Tanya, pray for Tanya. She's got a little cold right now, so I don't know if she'll be able to do the show with us or not. She was a little concerned about that. I would think she's got enough time to get over a cold, but, you know, she said her voice was gone right now. And that's really too bad because she really enjoys being part of that and reading.
And the guy
Cowgirl Paranormal. Oh, cool.
Scrooge,
What, honey? What?
the guy that was going to do Scrooge, is he doing okay?
I haven't heard anything. He did a silent live stream last night just for people to support each other, and you don't have to say anything when you do that. So I don't really know if how he's feeling right now. I don't really communicate with him. That would be Scully. Scully says he hasn't heard anything, so last I knew.
Cool.
I mean, he could, you know, what he did, he could have done that from the hospital. You know, I went live when I was in the hospital. So.
Oh.
Yeah, yes, I did. I was in cardiac ICU for a couple of days.
Holy
and I
crap.
still went live that was back when I was going live every night. And I still did. Yes, I did.
Mhm.
Those nurses got a kick out of that.
commitment.
What is she doing? No, they didn't mind. It kept me in a good mood, you know.
Yeah, kept your spirits up, I'm sure.
It did. It certainly did. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I forgot to tell you all to love one another, even those dark, creepy people. They need it the most. Keep praying for one another. Forgive yourself. Forgive everybody else. Tell somebody you love them before you go to bed tonight. Yes, Rod. Yes. How may I help you? Oh, I thought you were trying to interject. You remember that, Greg? Yep. What had happened was I hadn't been on correct medications, and when you're not on the correct thyroid medications, that can affect pretty much any part of your body. And it did some damage to my heart. I ended up with what was it that I had? Congestive heart failure is what I had, where there's fluid inside, you know, and it was pretty bad. So, but after a couple of days there, I got all fixed up and got the right meds, and thank God for that. Well, I am the noise opera. Oh, love to you too. But yeah, at that time, I was still going live every night, and I still did when I was there. It was a good time.
Good.
Jen, will you be adding color here soon, or are you going to keep on a drawing?
I'm gonna keep doing some shading before I add color, so I might not get to the color this time around.
Oh, okay.
But I might. All depends.
And for those who don't know, Jen and her husband Cripps and I and our friend Glenn in Australia, we do a talk show every Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time called True Story Live on the channel by that same name, True Story Live. And we're getting into some good discussions. Jen, do you want to talk a little bit about what we'll be discussing tomorrow?
Yeah, I definitely will. So Jason's doing the write-up, but we had a friend ask us, he's a part of a support group for narcissistic abuse, and he posed a question to this one particular group that is God toxic? And it just kind of spurred on a really, really wonderful conversation in the comments below. And then Jason and I reached out to him, and we've been chatting with him for a while, like maybe a month or so, talking about his experiences. And he just has been a little bit confused about God and certain things that have happened in his life. And it just kind of spurred on this idea for Jason to do a 2-part series on like, who is God? So we're really excited about that. We've been going over lots of scripture and preparing But I can see,
Yeah.
I can see how some people would think that God is toxic. You know, when you think about the evil in the world and the deception, and he's got a plan for everything though, and he uses all things to the good of those who
Right.
love
And
him. So
we were talking last week about how there are
Man
many
wanted
people
that
like to
freedom,
blame
though.
God for everything that's bad.
Man was one that kept bitching when things happened, and man kept saying, "Oh, but I want, but I want, but I want." And he kept saying, "Okay, okay, okay. Well, you got your free will. Okay, you want to eat meat?" And he kept like agreeing, and man,
Yep.
got himself in deeper and deeper and deeper, and then they refer back, "Well, he was mean in the Old Testament." I'm like, yeah, but nobody screwed around or questioned anything, did they? Because if you walked out your door and was hateful and hated life and it's miserable, that you never know, he'd just drop a boulder out of the sky, smash, take it. You know,
Yeah.
he didn't. He was intolerant, and yeah, he let us, have that freedom. And people say, "What did he do?" Well, those children are saved, even if they die horribly or whatever. They're still, God has their soul. Those evil people that have done that evil, sick thing, they don't have their soul. Thank God they don't have that child's soul. But if they could, I'm sure they would. You know,
Yeah.
there's movies with psychos like that collecting souls. It was the first one, First Power. That movie, he's
I
basically killing
vaguely
people.
remember
And that's what
that, yeah.
Freddie was on. The number count. There's channels that love to do the movie body count. How many was killed this movie? 128.
My goodness.
So those are real numbers when it comes to the spirit world. They don't give a crap about you, but will tell you they're your best friend. And psychics get sucked right into that world, and people into that. Oh, I can foretell what your family and the past life crap. And there's even a guy who woke from a coma and claims that he witnessed reincarnation or whatever. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
chapter and verse on that, please.
Chapter and verse, that's right.
But yeah, I don't know where he was, but maybe he wasn't really there. I don't know. I can't tell you.
So anyway,
I don't
to
know.
go back to what Jen was telling people, we're talking about who God is. We're talking about and we're discussing several perspectives, if I'm not mistaken, right, Jen?
Yeah. Absolutely. I just don't know what those are because Jason's in charge. He is in charge of the read up. I mean, I'm going to read through it, but I haven't yet. Doo-ba-doo.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Again, that's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the channel, True Story Live, and I'll actually get to feel good enough to do a promo tomorrow
So
for that. I got to get back into doing promos. I was feeling pretty hit, so.
yeah. Well, you must have been feeling pretty bad because I know you're a trooper,
Oh yeah, it was rough, but thank God and thank everybody who was praying for me and who prayed for Diana. I feel better. She feels better. Oh my goodness, the little baby. Oh, she's happy. She had a good day. No more throwing up. Just that once last night. Then she slept through the whole night and was happy and ready to eat when she woke up.
Good. I'm glad she's feeling better. Both of you.
Oh, thank you.
Water. See how the stars are floating?
Yeah.
Now, if you study marine biology, that's exactly what you see in the
Yeah,
water.
this is
with the
Meep's
star.
music, Meep's video for my favorite Meep song in a moment.
That tells you right there. It's fluid. You ever seen oil slicks in water? Have you ever seen like taking glitter or anything like that, or salt and
Yeah,
pepper mixed
how
in
it
water?
flows in water, right?
Yeah, I've done that before. So, you wonder how the stars and all that. And I put salt and pepper in a jar, and then you stir it, and make a vortex. But only that vortex, that magnetic vortex, because it stopped that fluid magnetical celestial vortex doesn't quit. It keeps.
That's right.
And was it Uriel, the one that presides over the rest of the other angels?
Right,
and
right.
they go east to west, yeah, around and around.
Right. And the Book of Enoch is a great
go
reference to learn about stuff like that.
Portal.
It really is. Billy says Derby's teachings are pretty much on point about God. Yes, he is very blessed teacher, and I just love Derby. Let's hear a little more Derby now that we mentioned Derby. Let's play my favorite Derby song that's not Roberta. It's When Squatch Lurks. We don't have any Squatch lurking in the artwork tonight. We got Jacob Marley lurking right here. We'll just hang out for a few more and let Miss Jenn work a little bit longer. We'll wrap it up here soon. Oh, don't worry, Autumn.
Oh no, I can say we just. I used to say we're all brothers and sisters in the eyes of Jesus. We're babes in the eyes, in His eyes. We're all children and learning. And why abuse each other?
Yeah, none of us know everything, and none of us are perfect. And every day you can learn something if you're willing.
Absolutely.
I believe that. I'm old enough to know that just because you think something is going to happen, it cannot happen, or the opposite of that. Just when you didn't think something was going to happen, holy cow, it happens. You know, I've seen some crazy stuff in my day. How about you, Jenn? You ever had any moments like that?
Yeah.
Oh, she's walked away. Well, when Jenn gets back from the bathroom, or she's making a sandwich.
I got some water for some watercolors. And
we got her. She walked away. We got her.
I made Christmas cookies earlier, and I made Christmas cookies, and they're usually really good, but I didn't cream the butter and sugar. Big mistake.
What happened?
So it keeps when you cream the butter, it melts the sugar, so it's not so granular.
Yeah.
And so I didn't do that, and they turned out okay. not as delicious as they normally turn out.
Ah, okay. What kind of cookies were you making? Were they just like the butter cookies or shortbread or? Uh-oh. Jenn, you still there? I think she's frozen up. Aw. Well, it's almost time for us to get out of here anyway. Maria's still here.
66% I'm about to die.
Well, we're just about done. We're just about done. Don't have a cow.
Where is it?
We'll finish up listening to Derby Jack here. Who's Derby? Well, there's Derby. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. Yeah, it looks like Jenn got booted. We're just about done anyway. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Please share it out on your social media if you're so inclined.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Rod, for being our guest again tonight.
Of course.
We'll have Rod back another time. Maybe we'll get Pammy Clyde up here and we can talk some Dog Man and stuff like that. That'd be fun. I showed the picture that Pammy sent me recently to Rod. Blew him away, man. It was a good picture.
Brightening and all that.
It's something, isn't it?
And she had to actually ask, what's the? Like, I even marked ears, eyes. You know, you have the line.
You gotta have something wrong with your eyes if you can't tell.
Brightened it up and fixed the contrast.
Well, Debbie, thank you so much for coming, and I hope to see you tomorrow night on True Story Live. Thank you for coming, my dear lady. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. Hashtag no fear at any time. Why? Because we're not given a spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. Don't lose sight of critical thinking. Don't let fear motivate you to make important decisions, particularly important medical decisions. And we know exactly what I'm saying when I say that. Please look into matters for yourself. Anything we touched on tonight, please look into for your own self if you have any questions or interest. Thank you so much. And I'm glad Jenn was here. I don't know if Jenn's going to make it back in. I don't see her in the green room. We might have lost Jenn for tonight. But we do thank Miss Jenn, Miss Starling Swallow, for coming by tonight. She did a beautiful job. Thank you, Jenn. We love you. Good night, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of the evening or rest of the day, depending on where you're at. Thank you guys for not just sharing links, but checking up on each other and showing support for each other. Thank you so much. Don't forget about Derby. Make sure you give him lots of love and support and prayers as well. And again, extra prayers for cousin Margie so she can see her grandbabies soon. Little family hoo-ha going on there, and that keeps her from seeing those grandbabies, so let's hope that things work out where she can actually get to see them again, that all the wrinkles will get ironed out there. I love you, Autumn. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody, for coming.
Thank you. God bless you.
We look forward to having Rod back again for another Art and Truther chat.
I'll try to bring Grandpa's uniform and all this stuff, and we'll talk about old guys.
Oh, let's look at my Christmas card. Yes, that I got from Troy Soldier Poet. I can open up that real quick while we listen to Bow Star. Here's what I got from Troy Soldier Poet. Let it snow. What kind of crazy? No, I mean, look, it's a cute little snowman. Oh, make sure there's nothing sexy and provocative in here. Okay, good. Warm wishes for the happiest of holidays. Merry Christmas, love you, my friend Troy Soldier Poet. Well, isn't that nice? Lovely little card from Troy Soldier Poet. Thank you so much. And I got stickers from another friend named Allie. I'm not going to show the front of the envelope, but we're trading stickers. I'm making her some, and I've purchased some for her. I won't read her note. I'll keep that personal, but here's some stickers from Allie. Check this out. That's pretty cool. Look at the kitten, little skateboard kitten. Kitten to the max. Just some fun stickers, and I found many different kinds of stickers for her. I like this one. Look at the little tent. And Chasing Adventure. That's pretty cool. I like that one. Northern Wildland Outdoor. Look at that. That's cool. And that guy looks like he's freaking out. And then we've got Mona Lisa on roller skates. Look at that. That one has to go on my art box, I think. What do you guys think? Look at that. Oh, hold on. I think Jen's trying to come back. I think Miss Jenn is trying to come back. We'll hang out and let Jenn say goodnight to everybody. We won't take off and leave her behind.
Hey, guys.
There we go. There she is. There she blows. I just showed a Christmas card I got from Troy Soldier Poet, and I'm just showing off some stickers that I got from a beautiful friend named Allie.
It's love.
Look at that. You missed this one, Jenn. Look, it's Mona Lisa on roller skates.
Saw it. It's so fantastic.
Isn't that adorable? We got Jesus with the skateboard.
Doing the devil horn.
Yeah, I know. Didn't cut that part off. Didn't cut that part off. There we go. We got the Jesus sticker here. We've got that. She just grabbed a wad of stickers and sent them to me. And I've got a bunch of stickers for here. Look at the kitty. Here we go there.
Very
aren't
cool.
they fun stickers?
Ah.
Kathy Bates Disjointed. Look, wow, that really does look like Kathy Bates. Look at that. She's smoking a bowl.
Luca.
And what does this say? Dab Banana. Check that out. Dab Banana. Wow, this one, he's here. Is this a smoking squatch? Look at this. Look at him.
Whoa.
He's got fur. It's a smoking squatch. Look at that. Check that. He's got fur all over. Look.
Okay,
That's a smoking squatch if I've ever seen one.
I can see.
And this girl loves the weed. There we go. Make sure everybody gets the screenshots. This girl loves the weed. There we go. Oh, check this out. Mary Jane pre-rolls. Look at that. 20 Class A joints. Oh, look at the kitty. Oh. Making fun of humans wearing that thing. Good kitty. Oh, wow. Wow. I don't even have words for that one. Holy cow. I've got to send her some stickers too. And I've got some already set aside, and some of them I'm making by hand, and some of them I'm making with my little sticker machine, my little tiny little printer that I can custom make my own stickers. So we're getting there. I will be sending you some, Miss Allie. Thank you for all the cool stickers. Thank you so much. And here's the card again that I got from Troy, Soldier Poet. Thank you so much, Troy. Well, Miss Jenn, thank you so much for being here and being my guest yet again.
Absolutely.
If you would
My
like
pleasure.
to say anything and say goodnight to the people.
Oh, yes, I
do.
would. Thank you guys for coming to hang out with us as we talk truther stuff and have
Oh yeah.
Rod here and paint and draw and charcoal it up. This is a lot of fun. And sorry,
It
Jason
is
couldn't
a
be
lot.
with us tonight. He got like 4 hours of sleep last night. I don't think he'd be very good company. I don't know. He might be slap happy, but I don't think he was up to
Fun. Yeah, I disagree. That could have been all kinds of fun.
Oh my gosh. We could have had a lot more fun. Come on now, Jason. Guilt
We'll
shame.
catch him on another night when he's slap happy. I think that would be a good
I think
time.
that'd be hilarious.
But again, we are Debbie S already said good evening when you were not here.
Oh, hello.
But she's already slipped out. Thank you, everybody who's come, and thanks to everybody who stops by and joins the conversation tomorrow on True Story Live. I love you guys. God bless you.
Love you all. God bless.
Guys.
God, we'll see you guys real soon. I love you. Love you, Autumn, and I love you, Billy. Aw, Billy. Good night, everybody. Watch it take an hour for me to end the stream.